Thank you for joining us here on the Edinburg Cable Network. I'm Dimitri Hernandez, and today we are with Chief Snider, and we're giving you guys a reminder on the safety and proper precautions to take when you are around bees. Now, Chief, tell me, why is it so important to tell the public the importance of bees and the steps that they should take if they happen to come across them?
Well, the most important thing is that you need to be aware of your surroundings. When you go out into your backyard, you need to look around and see if you see any honeybees coming out of cracks or crevices of your house or a playhouse or a shed or in the grass or in the trees, because we have had so many people attacked by bees here in the last 3 months. We've had one death from a person that got attacked by bees, and most recently we've had some severe reactions, allergic reactions from bee stings. So we just wanted to remind everybody that to be aware of their surroundings and that they need to call an exterminator. There's professionals that are required by state law that they need to come and take care of those bees. And in the event that you end up in an emergency situation where somebody's being attacked, you see somebody being attacked or animals being attacked, you need to call 911 and let us get out there. But if it's not an emergency, you need to call an exterminator to have them come take care of the bees, because there have been so many incidents of these bees formulating themselves inside walls and under houses and in trees, that there's been a lot of people attacked in and around the area.
So it's important to note that we won't just see bees in a tree. They are under the house. They are anywhere. They could be migrating through, which means that they could literally attach themselves to a vehicle. And then once they realize that there's water or not water around, then they'll move on to the next area. Those are migrating bees. You have some that are established where they've actually went through into the walls or underneath the house, and they've established themselves, and there's honeycomb and honey, and the whole colony of bees are inside there. All right, now it's also important to note that you should definitely call a professional. Don't try to take the bees out yourself. Don't
use fire, don't use smoke. We've had somebody set their house on fire by doing that.
Oh, well.
You know, so you need to call professional beekeeper or pest control people that will come and eradicate the bees. There's only one way to deal with it now at this point, over 25 years of bees being in the area, that these are Africanized bees, and the aggressive nature that they display, they have to be eradicated. So call the professionals, let them help you out. These are the type of bee suits that we wear when we respond to an attack. That means things have gone bad, somebody's been attacked, an animal's being attacked, and these are the only type of suits that are effective. These things are like 4 layers thick, and even though these suits are 4 layers thick, the bees are still penetrating the face piece of these suits. That's how aggressive these bees are, and we just don't want citizens to be hurt or caught off guard and end up, because it doesn't take just one. It can be 2 bee stings, it could be 100. If a person has an allergic reaction to them, it can be deadly. It can be deadly. It cuts off the air supply, your ability to breathe. You become unable to, and there's only emergency actions will save your life.
All right, and do bee attacks, do they happen more so in the summertime? Is it an all-year thing? Should we be taking more precautions because people are outside more now in the summertime?
Yeah, well, all of that is true. So wintertime is kind of the dormant, docile environment. Any other time of the year, they're all over the place. And springtime into summertime, it's the peak of the bee season.
All right, so before we maybe have a barbecue outside, we should check the perimeters of our home.
Do an inspection of the area. Yep. And you know, keep in mind, that sounds like a lot of bad about bees. The bees are very helpful to flowers, trees, also to the crops that we have here. The citrus industry would not be what it is today without bees. They have to pollinate. They have to do their thing in the flowers, and all of that equates to production of the Rio Grande Valley. But you get a colony of bees that are off in some house or underneath a shed, and you disturb them with a weed eater, it can be deadly. And so the emergency action, just to let you know, is you have to run. You have to run, you have to seek shelter. Inside a vehicle, inside of a house, you have to get away from the threat area, and in some cases that can be up to a half a mile away.
Oh, wow.
So you have to be ready, and that's why it's so important just to check the area around and make sure you're safe before you engage in barbecuing and activities and stuff that, you know, create sound in and around the area.
All right, and finally, if you are around somebody and they do happen to get stung, what is the first thing that you should do?
You need to know whether you're allergic to bees. If you start feeling any signs of distress and breathing, you start feeling your throat getting a little tight, that is a telltale sign that you need to go to the hospital right there, because epinephrine is the only thing you can use, and Benadryl, to reverse that effect of the impact of that bee sting. And it has to be done by medically trained people.
Okay.
Just getting the cream and putting it is not going to cut it.
Not going to do enough.
So if you have any difficulty breathing, you have any different stages of consciousness, you need to call an ambulance or you need to get to the hospital immediately.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chief Snider, for being here, telling us about the importance of the precautions to take when we are out and about. Be safe. Thank you for joining us here on the Edinburg Cable Network. I'm Demetria Hernandez, and we will see you next time.